intentional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
For the extra point.
So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's got room, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hand.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2.
From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Deshaun Watson sacked. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon Cooks.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Out of the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right? Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Watson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He goes underneath to Ingram. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult.